A countryman was one day selling his pears in the market. They were unusually sweet and fine flavored, and the price he asked was high. An old man in rags and tatters stopped at the barrow and begged one of them. The countryman told him to go away, but as he did not do so, he began to curse and swear at him. The old man said, "You have several hundred pears on your barrow. I asked for a single one, the loss of which, sir, you would not feel. Why then get angry?" The lookers-on told the countryman to give him an inferior one and let him go, but this he obstinately refused to do. Thereupon the beadle of the place, finding the commotion too great, purchased a pear and handed it to the old man. The latter received it with a bow and turning to the crowd said, "We who have left our homes and given up all that is dear to us are at a loss to understand selfish, niggardly conduct in others. Now I have some exquisite pears which I shall do myself the honor to put before you." Here somebody asked, "Since you have pears yourself, why don't you eat those?" "Because," replied the old man, "I wanted one of these pips to grow them from." So saying, he munched up the pear, and when he had finished took a pip in his hand, unstrapped a pick from his bag, and proceeded to make a hole in the ground several inches deep, wherein he deposited the pip, filling in the earth as before. He then asked the bystanders for a little hot water to water it with, and one among them who loved a joke fetched him some boiling water from a neighboring shop. The old man poured this over the place where he had made the hole, and every eye was fixed upon him when sprouts were seen shooting up and gradually growing larger and larger. By and by, there was a tree with branches sparsely covered with leaves, then flowers, and last of all fine, large, sweet-smelling pears hanging in great profusion. These the old man picked and handed round to the assembled crowd until all were gone, when he took his pick and hacked away for a long time at the tree, finally cutting it down. This he shouldered leaves and all and sauntered quickly away. Now from the very beginning our friend the countryman had been amongst the crowd, straining his neck to see what was going on, and forgetting all about his business. At the departure of the old man, he turned around and discovered that every one of his pears were gone. He then knew that those the old fellow had been giving away so freely were really his own pears. Looking more closely at the barrow, he found out that one of the handles was missing, evidently having been newly cut off. Boiling with rage, he set out in pursuit of the old man, and just as he turned the corner, he saw the lost barrow handle lying under the wall, being in fact the very pear tree that the old man had cut down. But there were no traces of the old man, much to the amusement of the crowd in the marketplace.